Church, you may hear people talking about getting another chance, but when those words come from the mouth of the man you're about to meet, well, you can just tell another chance means a whole lot more.
When God gives you a promise, you got a responsibility to give him praise.
Inside this church in North Little Rock,
When God gives you a test,
a message of hope,
your life will never be the same.
a message of another chance.
And I've been through too much not to worship him.
Eric Crowder Jones is not your typical reverend.
Been preaching since I was 12.
You won't find a script on his podium.
Never preached from notes.
The Bible says, listen.
I just always used experience.
And a lot of that experience came behind bars. First, as a visitor.
And so I began to preach in the Arkansas Department of Correction at age 13.
For nearly a decade, he preached to the community, to prisoners, until November 2001.
Had a messy divorce, separated from my children, and I acted out of pride, acted out of anger, and I was in a shootout.
That night, Jones was shot 7 times. He was later found guilty of attempted first-degree murder and sentenced to 28 years in prison, the same prison where he had been visiting.
I was a preacher last year. I had a suit on. I was in church. But now I have white on. I'm in prison with you.
For 7 years,
And it's a bad world.
Jones preached to prisoners
You never know if you're going to wake up the next day.
as a prisoner.
Who's plotting out to get you? You never know that.
His turning point, he says, came in prison when he came face to face with the man who had molested Jones's family member.
I literally wanted to just kill this guy. I called that particular person who he had assaulted, and I said, I'm going to take care of this for you. And she simply told me, she said, no. Tell him God bless him and I forgive him. That was a life-changing experience for me. Had I not went to prison and met this man, I would not have learned what true forgiveness is.
He continued to learn, to preach, and lead until 2008, when the Arkansas Parole Board decided he should be set free.
The board recommended it. I was excited. And then the governor denied it.
It would be 9 years before he got another chance at parole.
I prayed. And my prayer wasn't for God to let me come home. My prayer was, God, if it's your will, open the doors.
Eric Crowder Jones is stepping out first.
The doors did open February 21st, 2018.
I'm free.
At 38, Jones has spent nearly half of his life behind bars.
I graduated high school, but prison was my college.
Life is too short.
It made me who I am.
Eternity is too long
It made me better.
to miss out on Jesus.
For the past 4 months, he's led the services at Another Chance Ministries.
This is the hospital. This is not a judgment hall. This is not a courtroom. This is the hospital. If you need help, this is the place to be.
A place that he hopes will keep people off the streets and out of prison.
Some men come home without families. So the church has to be their family. Because if the church is not their family, then the streets will become their family. And then they'll revert back to the very thing that sent them to prison in the first place.
A place Reverend Jones says he will never return.
And I promise God, that if you let me come home, I'll serve you until I die.
They still preach Jesus.
Lord, use me till you use me up. And that's what he's doing. And I remain grateful. I remain grateful for that.
If you'd like to check out one of Crowder Jones's services, we have all the information on Another Chance Ministries on this story on our Facebook page or on our website as well, thv11.com.